There's always a different feel when you're in a theater and it's silent and empty. And in Playhouse Square here, there's so much history in this place, and I'm sure, Jeannie, you know so much about that between the legends and superstitions that come along with it, right?
That's right. Well, you know, theater culture is very superstitious because there are so many things that can have either an effect of a failure or a success. So one of the things, of course, you hear is you never say good luck to a performer. It's always break a leg.
Yes.
You never whistle in dressing rooms.
You never whistle in dressing rooms?
No, another superstition. And you never, ever mention the Shakespearean play of the Scottish king Mac.
We won't say it out loud.
That can curse a production, they feel.
And whistling can as well?
Whistling, yes, is verboten.
Okay.
And the ghost light, of course, is another superstition. And it has a practical side so that people don't fall off the stage because there's no windows in any theater, so you have to have some kind of light when a production isn't going on. However, going way back into the 1800s, there was a ghost light before incandescent bulbs, and it was a gas lamp. And they actually had it on to keep the gas line clear during the evening hours when no one was in the theater, so an explosion wouldn't occur, because a lot of theaters blew up because of this. So they were very happy when the incandescent bulb came up. But that is to allow the ghost to perform at night when other people aren't in the theater. And keep them happy too, because many theaters like the Palace in London has 2 seats in their balcony bolted down for their ghosts.
Bolted down for their
ghosts.
Yes. Interesting. I'm sure you have so much more to tell me.
We do.
All right, let's go somewhere. I'm sure there's so many more stories to tell. Let's go take a look somewhere else.
Natalie, I want you to see one of our famous antiques in the Palace Theater.
Wow.
This is the famous blue urn. It weighs 325 pounds, and that's the reason it's still here, because when the Palace was closed down, the artwork, the carpet, a lot of the antiques disappeared. This, however, was a little too heavy for anyone to steal.
I would think so, right?
It's been here since November 6, 1922, when the theater opened. And it was made in Sèvres, France, before World War I, and we know that because the factory it was made in was destroyed during World War I. Now, they say that there is a sister base in the Louvre. I've been trying to get them to send me to Paris to check this out. This hasn't happened yet.
How's that going? That's not going well yet.
Hasn't happened yet.
I'll go with you.
But there are similar urns that we know in the Louvre. And so this is our famous blue urn that has remained here and hopefully will remain here for another 100 years.
So these are things that people, I mean, you give these tours basically. Yes. And what comes along with the tour then?
All of the fascinating stories that we have about former performers who were here, like Red Skelton and George Burns and Gracie Allen were married when they played the Palace, and all the things about the marble pillars here are not really marble. They're called scaglioli, and it's a certain technique that's made to make them look like marble. You hear all these fascinating things, plus you get to go backstage or on a stage with our Saturday tours once a month.
Okay, so it's once a month, and they are free.
They are
free.
Which is
the best part about the whole thing.
That's right. Bring your whole family.
All right, Jeannie, thanks so much for giving me this little tour. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.